So for now, let's begin by taking a tour of the home screen of the dashboard. The first time you'll log in, you'll see the Welcome to WordPress block or widget. So these boxes of information, and you'll see them both on the back end and the front end. They're referred to as widgets. Yeah. So this first one is kind of a getting started widget, and it has some links to kind of create your first post or create a first page and these kind of things. And it's really just there for the first time that you're getting into WordPress, so you can kind of get quick access to different things. The at a glance widget shows you about the content on your site. So it's a post count or a page count or how many comments. It also tells you what version of WordPress that you're running in your current theme. And it also, you can see it has search engines discouraged. And what that means is when we installed our website, we checked that box that said, prevent search engines from finding our site, which is what we want to do when we're building our site on a staging site. The activity block tells us recent posts or recent comments that have happened on our site. And this is useful if you have multiple authors or multiple editors that are going to be submitting content to your site. This is a good way for you as the admin to kind of come in and see who's posted what, and if there's any articles or posts that require approval from you. The quick draft box is a quick way, kind of if you have an idea for a blog entry or a news article and you're not ready to actually write it right then, the quick draft box is a great way to kind of store ideas for later. And what this does is you can put in a title and you can put in a couple paragraphs or a couple lines or even a couple notes to yourself on what that blog post is going to be, and it'll save it as a draft. So a draft is an unpublished blog entry. It's not ready to be seen on the front end, but it's stored or saved in the back end so you can kind of go back in later. The editor on this is very simple. There's not the formatting options that you'll see later in the real editor. So it's really just a kind of a way to store ideas or get an initial draft going until you have time to go back and do it. And the last is the WordPress Events and News. And as stated, it kind of gives you some updates on WordPress itself, if there's some new, bigger features coming out, or if there's some, events in your local area that are about WordPress, things like that. Now, the thing to know about the dashboard is that this is completely customizable. So you can move widgets around just by dragging and dropping them. And as you install more plugins and even some themes, they'll add administration widgets to this screen. And you can kind of choose which ones you'd like to see or which ones you'd like at the top, depending on what's more relevant to you. So keep an eye out for that. As you add plugins, you might have some more information on this dashboard screen. Now, the entire thing is completely manageable. Like I said, up here in the top right, there's a tab called Screen Options. And if you click on that tab, you'll see a checkbox for each widget that's shown on the screen. And if you want to hide information, like you're not concerned with WordPress Events and News, you just uncheck that box, it disappears. And you can get rid of all of them. And just, this option is always here. The Screen Options is on just about every page, and it usually has options for what you want to see or what fields you want to have. So you can organize this any way that you'd like, again, just by dragging and dropping or completely hiding or showing widgets in total.